1. Bootstrap your business. Self-funding, also known as bootstrapping, is an effective way of startup financing, especially when you are just starting your business. Provided that your business isn't operating in an industry that requires lots of startup capital, like manufacturing or transportation, you can potentially fund your own venture. First-time entrepreneurs often have trouble getting funding without first showing some traction and a plan for potential success. You can invest from your own savings or can get your family and friends to contribute. This will be easy to raise due to less formalities/compliances, plus less costs of raising. In most situations, family and friends are flexible with the interest rate. Bootstrapping is also about stretching resources as far as they can. Also with bootstrapping, even if you don't have enough in savings to run the operation, you could get a 0% low-interest APRA business credit card, offering you the chance to borrow cash for a period of time without incurring interest. You may think funding the business yourself carries lots of risk, and it does. But it's important to consider your potential. If you believe in your vision and have an absolute refusal to accept failure as an option, you should feel comfortable investing your own money into the business. When you have your own money, you are tied to business. On a later stage, investors consider this as a good point. But this is suitable only if the initial requirement is small. Some businesses need money right from day one, and for such businesses, bootstrapping may not be a good option. 2. Get an angel investor for your startup. By definition, angel investors are individuals with surplus cash and a keen interest to invest in upcoming startups. Usually, with a net worth exceeding $1 million or annual income of more than $200,000. They typically operate alone, but may team up with other angel investors and form groups to collectively screen the proposals before investing. They can also offer mentoring or advice alongside capital. Angel investors have helped to start up many prominent companies, including Google, Yahoo, and Alibaba. This alternative form of investing generally occurs in a company's early stages of growth, with investors expecting up to 30% equity. They prefer to take more risks in investment for higher returns. Angel investment as a funding option has its shortcomings too. Angel investors invest lesser amounts than venture capitalists. Also, you must have a solid business plan put together and a great pitch ready. You have to capture their attention with enthusiasm and promising data points about your company's current situation and future potential. You may be wondering how you find angel investors. This might seem difficult, but many resources exist depending on your location. You can do a quick Google search. 3. Business cash advance. Companies such as WorldPay and Libris, for example, allow businesses to receive money upfront before debts and invoices have actually been paid. Under the terms of the agreement, if you're using a card payment machine, the financier purchases a fixed percentage of your future credit/debit card transactions at a discount and then advances the cash into your bank account. Repayments will be scheduled at a pre-agreed percentage of every transaction, usually between 10 and 20%. With a cash advance, you could secure up to $300,000 without the burden of collateral or fixed monthly repayments, only paying the advance back when your customers pay you. But you may have to meet a rigorous set of conditions. For example, Libris insists all clients must have been trading for 4 months or more with a minimum monthly average of $2,500 in card takings and the ability to process credit and debit card transactions. 4. Get partners and venture capital for your business. Venture capitals are professionally managed funds who invest in companies that have huge potential. They usually invest in a business against equity and exit when there is an IPO or an acquisition. Venture capitalists provide expertise, mentorship, and acts as a litmus test of where the organization is going, evaluating the business from the sustainability and scalability point of view. A venture capital investment may be appropriate for small businesses that are beyond the startup phase and already generating revenues. Fast growth companies like Flipkart, Uber, etc. with an exit strategy already in place can gain up to tens of millions of dollars that can be used to invest, network, and grow their company quickly. However, there are a few downsides to venture capitalists as a funding option. VC have a short leash when it comes to company loyalty and often look to recover their investment within a 3 to 5 year time window. If you have a product that is taking longer than that to get to market, then venture capital investors may not be very interested in you. They typically look for larger opportunities that are a little bit more stable, companies having a strong team of people and a good traction. You also have to be flexible with your business and sometimes give up a little bit more control. So if you're not interested in too much mentorship or compromise, this might not be your best option. On the other hand, strategic partners for a business can prove to be a great source of raising capital as they align their resources for helping another business. These partners have the option to become an employee of the business. 5. Get funding from business incubators and accelerators. Early-stage businesses can consider incubator and accelerator programs as a funding option. Found in almost every major city, these programs assist hundreds of startup businesses every year. Though used interchangeably, there are few fundamental differences between the two terms. Incubators are like a parent to a child who nurtures the business, providing shelter, tools, training, and network to a business. Accelerators are more or less the same thing, but an incubator helps a business to walk, while accelerator helps to take a giant leap. These programs normally run for 4 to 8 months and require time commitment from the business owners. You will also be able to make good connections with mentors, investors, and other fellow startups using this platform. In US, companies like Dropbox and Airbnb started with an accelerator, Y Combinator. 6. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is one of the newer ways of funding a startup that has been gaining a lot of popularity lately. It's like taking a loan, pre-order, contribution, or investments from more than one person at the same time. There are many crowdfunding success stories out there, and with the right product and pitch, you can be one of them. For instance, in 2013, Formlabs, a maker of affordable desktop 3D printers, raised $3 million on Kickstarter. This capital allowed the company to scale their operation and achieve their goal of manufacturing affordable 3D printers for the public. Eventually, the 3D printer maker caught the attention of venture capitalists. Formlabs closed $19 million in investments, giving them the chance to expand beyond their initial goals. This is how crowdfunding works. An entrepreneur will put up a detailed description of his business on a crowdfunding platform. He will mention the goals of his business, plans for making a profit, how much funding he needs and for what reasons, etc. And then consumers can read about the business and give money if they like the idea. Those getting money will make online pledges with the promise of pre-buying the product or giving a donation. Anyone can contribute money toward helping a business that they really believe in. The best thing about crowdfunding is that it can also generate interest and hence helps in marketing the product alongside financing. It is also beneficial if you are not sure if there will be any demand for the product you are working on. This process can cut out professional investors and brokers by putting funding in the hands of common people. It also might attract venture capital investment down the line if a company has a particularly successful campaign. Also keep in mind that crowdfunding is a competitive place to earn funding, so unless your business is absolutely rock solid and can gain the attention of the average consumers through just a description and some images online, you may not find crowdfunding to work for you in the end. Crowdfunding gives you the opportunity to connect with like-minded people who you wouldn't normally be able to engage. You can gauge interest in your product and understand what's resonating with people and what's not. This shows you how to improve your product and your pitch. Most importantly, crowdfunding can help you raise money to fund your business. To launch a successful crowdfunding campaign to raise capital for your business, you need to develop your story, as people on crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter want to know how you turned your idea into a reality. Your video pitch must show the value of your product, the need it serves, and why you require support. Having a good website and doing PR outreach helps as well. Some of the popular crowdfunding sites in US are Kickstarter, Rocket Hub, DreamFunded, OneVest, DonorBox, and GoFundMe.